Marvin, how's it going, man?
What's up, guys? All good, all good.
Glad to hear, brother. So how have these last couple weeks been for quarantine, going through training? How's it been?
It's been. I mean, no. I mean, I was in Jacksonville for the whole last week,
Yeah,
and now I got back, and I've been for now. I've just been doing basically. Because I've been in camp for like 5 months basically, so I had to turn it down a little bit, reset, and then I'm gonna go again full training from tomorrow. I didn't stop. I went biking. I did some bag. I went running. I kept in shape, but I had to slow down for a little bit. Otherwise, I'd burn out. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So I want to ask you this before we get into all the fight talk and all that. Just a
Mhm.
personal question for you. What made you fall in love with MMA? Because you obviously got to be dedicated to get into it. So what made you fall in love with it?
Yeah. Well, I've always loved contact sports. Like I remember even like actually I've always been in martial arts from a little from very little because of my dad, but it was just like basically like playing just but I would go in the gym, and I would be always around in the gym playing around, and then watching like like I said, I always loved contact sports. Even I always loved like playing rugby with friends and stuff like that. I always loved the contact. And then I've always been super competitive. Always been super competitive. And then watching videos, I just watching the video of Pride and Fader. I remember I just fell in love with it, man.
Yeah,
It just it was the ultimate sport for me, and they were looking to me like superhuman. So I'm like, man, these guys, they're crazy. How can they do that? I wanna be able to do the same.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, man. And then I started, and then I never stopped. I just kept falling in love more and more.
Yeah. So in your Instagram bio, you put, "I will be the first Italian UFC champion." What kind of an honor would that be to not only call it first, but then go out and complete that goal?
Yeah, no, I mean it's I set my goal to be the first Italian UFC champion, and I will reach that. I'm sure about it. It's
Yeah.
just it's they say you have to your dreams have to scare you almost, but yeah, man, no, I really believe I'm gonna be it, and I know for a little while, and I don't even want to be disrespectful, but for a little while, um, I am the biggest chance that Italy has for now, and I will be for sure, man. The commitment I put in, the sacrifice they did for this sport, for everything, like I gave up everything for this, and I know I will, man.
Yeah. So, and going back into the fight talk, was there any second thoughts accepting a fight going into this Roberson fight, which we'll talk about? It was obviously canceled. Is there any second thoughts
Uh,
going in?
well, with the same guy. Well, I basically say yes to half the division. Basically, I literally accepted half the division already. Um, but I think he didn't deserve it, man. Like I don't think he did it. I think I did deserve. He was deserving it. But then and then I was feeling like I would have I would have maybe got in the cage too much, like too angry with the guy. But after a while, I'm like, nah, man. Like I know myself. Like I'll at the end of the day, all I want is him to step into that cage.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah.
But I can't control the fact that he has to enter in that cage, and I mean that's on him. And last time he really and what kind of scares me is like, man, this guy couldn't make weight and couldn't show up properly with more time back then, and he could have shown up like a week ago, not like yeah, maybe 10 days ago or so. No,
Yeah.
exactly a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, also exactly a week ago was supposed to fight. Um, and I mean, how is he gonna do it now with less than 30 days? But I mean, I'm gonna give him one more chance, and I hope to have somebody rating just in case he doesn't
Yeah.
show up again. But man, at the end of the day, man, I wanna show to everybody that also like I mean I showed it before, but I'm not just talk. I was really pissed off because when I'm when for every fight, a commitment I put into fight, it's just different than other guys. I know, like I don't. This is everything to me. Like it's just so. It's just like just seeing it like blew off by some guy that I couldn't even that is not in my control. Just made me lose my mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so I mean, just for a little bit, I was like, man, is he gonna fucking make it? Like, cause that's all I care. Like, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust him anymore because I don't think he had that much of a reason to pull out this time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all I care is he's gonna make it, but then they're like, well, you can either accept it or sit out. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna accept it. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure this fucking guy show up.
Yeah, and then obviously he wasn't able to show up. So going on to that night, what were you even doing that night with the fight? The night you were supposed to be fighting, what were you?
No.
Were you able to relax and?
Oh, the night. Well, the night that I was supposed to fight, what did I do? I went train. I did train.
Really?
I
You went
trained,
training?
of course. Yeah, I was fucking pissed. I'm like, let's go
Yeah.
train. Let's just. I've trained. I trained all through like basically every time over there. Like that's one thing about me. Like I can't stop even if I wanted to. That's the thing. Like it's just in me. Like I have I have this. I don't know how you want to call it. Whatever it is, I have to throw it out on some. Like,
Just
I
have
have
that
to.
need to train.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
somehow I have to. Like I, I'm addicted to suffering a little bit too. It's kind of crazy, but like I have to push myself a little bit, at least like once a day,
Yeah.
to feel fine with me.
Yeah. So going back to Roberson, I want to talk to you about like what the future is for you in the division. But going back to Roberson missing weight, what do you think the reasoning is for him missing weight? Is it a lack of discipline? Why are you making weight and why is he not?
Yeah, I think it's a lack of discipline, like you said. I think it's a lack of knowledge too, in a sense, because a lack of knowledge. I think too, like he doesn't know how to cut weight properly. I think. Um, a lack of heart, man, a lack of commitment too, like a lack of cause man, he didn't use the whole 2 hours extra. He had 1.5 pounds. I guarantee he could. I mean, he was there before me, man. I showed up at like 8:45 to make weight, and I wasn't weight. And he showed up he was there before me. So it means like he showed up at least like 8:30, or maybe he didn't even cut weight from the night before. I don't know how he went, but he didn't use the whole time. He didn't use the whole time to make weight. And that's what I told him. You didn't even use the 2 extra hours. You just quit, straight up quitting. And you just showed me right there. You're not willing to go all the way. You're not willing. Your commitment is just halfway, 3/4. Like you're not willing to put everything on the line. I'm not saying if people think that I'm gonna think that walking into the cage he's gonna fall right away. They're highly mistaken. I'm gonna expect a fight, but I can tell you right there, you're not committing all the way in. You're not fully. You're not willing to go all the way in.
Yeah.
You have a breaking point, and I will bring you there, and that's when you're gonna give up.
Yeah. So when you saw him at the hotel, obviously the video went viral of you guys going at each other there.
Mm-hmm.
When you saw him, what was the reaction? Like what was going through your head when all that was going down?
Well, I wanted to talk to him face to face and see why he pulled out. And so then his coach was talking, and it was a little bit confusing because for a moment he also said like he had rhabdo, and I'm like, what the fuck, man, rhabdo? You couldn't be walking right now if you had rhabdo. And in fact, he couldn't be able to fight in a month again. Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible. That'd be the first case in the whole world that a rhabdo recovery would be that fast. But they said, oh, he fainted, and right away they called the UFC medical team right there again. And I talked to different guys, and a lot of guys don't agree with me, but I have my idea. I'm not going to change it. I'm like, man, if you really want to, if you're really in the fight, you really want the fight, you're not going to call the UFC medical team first thing, you know? You're not. You're going to wake up, you're going to come to, consciousness and feel yourself, see what happened, and go from there.
Yeah. So looking at Roberson, do you think that do you see holes in his game? Like, obviously you said he's got a lack of discipline. Do you see holes in his game, or do you just think you're a better fighter than he is, but he's got opportunities
I think I'm a better fighter anywhere. He doesn't have massive holes, but he's not. I don't think he excelled in everything, honestly.
Yeah, fair enough. So when it comes to the fight, when you guys get to fight each other, where do you see the fight going, and how do you see you winning?
I literally can. I decide where the fight goes. We'll see.
So and people say don't fight angry. It's everyone says it in MMA that you can't fight angry. How comfortable are you that you can keep your composure when you're face to face?
I will. At the end of the day, when I get in there, there's no emotion. I'm a cold-hearted killer. Like it's business. Yep. Because at the end of the day, you have to think. With the Andrew Sanchez fight, it was kind of similar, and you have to think what is the what is the thing that he's gonna hate the most, and what is the thing that they're gonna like? How am I gonna create any? What is the biggest damage that I can give it to him? And the answer is, I have to win the fight.
Yeah.
So him losing will be his biggest, like the biggest damage that I can do to him. So to go in and try to, I'll go in and just, I'll go in and try to finish the guy for sure. Like any other fight, I'll go in and just, I think I'm improved, and I think he will have no chance. So I'm just gonna go in and cold-headed and just kill him, man. Like basically, like in sporting way, like just finish his misery.
Yeah. So I'm sure you saw that Kevin Holland he offered to take his spot and fight you, and then fight again the following Saturday.
This Kevin Holland guy is a joke. He's a fucking joke, man. He's a joke. He's calling me out, and at the same time he's running. He's been doing that from the beginning. He even said it. So my whole point is backed up by him. In the press conference, he said it, because I put him in the stroller because he's one of the guys that turned me down throughout these past 4 or 5 months. And he actually said it. He's like, oh yeah, in April, I didn't want to fight him because I think he liked me. What the fuck? Why do you like me? For which kind of reason do you like me? And then he's like, oh, because he's big. Oh, then so you did turn me down. So that's my whole point. That's why you were in the fucking stroller. My only mistake was that in the lobby the day before that I did that image, I saw him, and I was all pissed for what happened to me. And he came up like in a nice way, and he told me like, oh, I feel sorry for you. If you want, like, I could step up in case and this and that. But he had already a fight even there. You see, he had already a fight on Saturday, and he proposed knowing that it won't happen to step up on Wednesday. And he was there with all his team, and he came up in a nice way. And I wasn't sure at the time. I made sure after calling my manager, because my fight fell through, and I didn't know how, like, really, but it wasn't this Kevin Holland fight was on the talk for for a couple of weeks, and I thought I was gonna fight him, but then he fell through, and they gave me another guy, and I didn't even ask too many questions. So so then I talked to my manager, and he confirmed that he actually turned me down, and that's why I did the meme. Even though, so like I said, my only mistake was me being nice that time to him in the lobby, but just circumstances made it like that. But then I confirmed with my manager that he actually turned me down. So he was part of those guys that they actually turned me down, and that's why I put him in the stroller. And But so I was actually right, and he confirmed it too on the press conference. And then now he called me out again that time at the press conference after, and he's going down to welterweight. So he's the king of pulling out and running. He doesn't want to fight me. I keep seeing guys telling like Twitter and here and there and comments saying, "Oh, Kevin Holland called you out." Guys, Kevin Holland is scared. He's scared shitless. He doesn't want to fight. We almost fought in the lobby, and all I was saying, he was trying to act like get a boy, like good boy. And I'm like, man, there's just one fucking thing I gotta tell you. Sign the paper. That's all I need. Cause honestly, cause Nick, like the matchmaker was right in the middle of us, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna risk my job over like some stupid ass that doesn't even want to fight me. So I'm like, 2020, man, we're professional athletes. Like, I can't fight you in the street. Like, you know what we could do though? Like, we could actually put up our gloves and go somewhere up here and just spar for real. But he's not man enough to do that. And so I mean, like, so he doesn't want to fight me. So I was like, how the fuck am I gonna squash this beef? And eventually, like, this guy's running. Also going down to 170. So he's just the king of coming out and running. He just did it for the media.
Yeah, so seeing, like you said, you saw the press conference. Listening to the things that he said, he was going off. Does it kind of like make you feel weird that he's taking his moment in the press conference to talk about you and say
exactly.
About you?
Exactly. I'm like, I don't feel like, yeah, talk about me, please, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't listen. It's facts are what I told you. Like, facts are, he never really called me out in a real opportunity. He never did. Facts is, he said, I'm gonna step up when he already had a fight, and knowing that they're not gonna scratch his fight to make mine happen. First, second, he called me out. So actually, that's the second. The first was he turned me down in April. Second was he offered to fight me Wednesday, the day off, knowing that he's fighting on Saturday. Third, he called me out that at the press conference, and now he's going down to 170. And I actually said to Mick just 2 days ago, listen, if Kevin Holland wants to fight, let's make that fight happen. I'm absolutely down to that. He's like, no, I talked to his manager, he's going down to 170. What the fuck can I do? The guy just talks and runs at the same time.
Yeah. So before your fight was rescheduled with Roberson, you went on Instagram and took the time to call out Jacare Souza, who just had his fight canceled. Walk me through that decision.
Yeah, because it wasn't the talk for a moment for the 30th of May, and I'm like, I was that crazy to fucking try to do another weight cut in a matter of 2 times for the opportunity to fight Jacare. But no, he also didn't want me. He also said no. I mean, and he probably wanted like a ranked opponent or something, but he also didn't accept for some kind of reason. Like, I know he was sick and this and that, but yeah.
It's just important to get a higher ranked opponent for you. I assume you're wanting to build your way back to the title.
What?
Yeah, I assume you're wanting to get your way to a title shot.
Yeah, for sure. After this, they will have to give me somebody ranked for sure.
Yeah. So like, and that leads me to the next question: is when say you come out and you beat Roberson and it's a quick fight, is your next opponent, is the person you're asking for Holland, or is the person you're asking for Jacare?
Nah, fuck Holland, man. He's nobody. He's a nobody. The guy's nobody. Like, no way. Why would I want to fight Holland? Listen, now I just need somebody to fight, and that Holland could have been this fight. After, fuck Holland, man. He fought. Like, his last fight was literally like no disrespect to the other guy, but it was embarrassing, man. Like, it's just yeah.
So like, getting your way to
man, fight. I need a name after. I need the ranked opponent or a name for sure.
Yeah. So getting to fight, I assume, because obviously the champion right now is Israel Adesanya. Going back to your fight with him, how much would it mean to get that rematch?
A lot. I mean, that definitely that will mean, like, how can I say, like, um, like the biggest trophies is gonna be like, I mean, it's gonna be to win the title and get my win over Israel will be altogether the biggest trophy of my career, because it will show the improvement, the evolution as me as a fighter, and the fulfillment of my first big dream. Because then from there I'm gonna set other dreams, but I'm gonna set other um, goals. But that will be my first big one that I set for myself.
Yeah. So a lot of people say that you're the only man to defeat Israel Adesanya in the octagon. Do you even crown yourself as that, or are you waiting for a rematch?
No, I think I won too. I definitely think I won. But I think either win or lose. We didn't settle whatever we had there. We have to do it again for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That didn't settle nothing. That just showed me being aggressive and him just like throwing here and there. That's it. That he came out more beat up than me. Nobody, like, we didn't really beat each other up. So if we're talking about a fight to settle things up and for good, we need definitely another fight.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and you've said that throughout your interviews that fight is bound to happen sometime soon.
It has to. It's the fight to make. I think it's the fight that makes more sense than any other fight with the middleweight division right now. I mean, Romero, man, he fought 3-4 times for the title. Okay, now they're gonna make this fight now with Costa. But then what? What else? Like, honestly, I'm trying to be even objective. Like, as a fan, I wouldn't want to see any other fight, because that was a split close decision, and it was a fight. I mean, I could see with Calvin again. You know, Calvin was my teammate. Calvin was also a great fight. But other than that, man, like, I think that me and Israel is a fight to make.
Yeah. So how do you see that fight going? If do you see Israel winning and then you getting the next title shot, or do you see Costa?
It's gonna take a while. We'll see. We'll see, man. Things can go. I mean, I don't know, man. Literally, I gotta take step by step.
Yeah.
I've been ready for the last 5 months, and things hasn't been happening. So
yeah,
how can I even go too far? But I mean, I'm not gonna lose anymore, man. I'm gonna win every fight from now on. So I will climb myself up there, and when the time comes, I'll be ready.
Yeah. So I want to go back and talk about your all the fights that have been canceled in your place. It's got to be painful for you to see that you're doing all you can, you're making weight, and these guys aren't making weight. Talk to me about how angry that makes you. That like it's not up to you for them to make weight.
Yeah, I mean, shit happens, man. What are you gonna do? It's I can't stress. I mean, you gotta suck it up, man. You if you have the, I mean, I would have the right to be able to feel like, oh fuck, like these guys are unprofessional and this and that. But at the end of the day, if I don't put myself back together and I don't train for the next one and get ready for the next one, I'm gonna remain where I am. So, you know, I have no matter what happens, I'll have to always pick myself together again, and do it all over.
Yeah. So I want to let you go, man. So I'm gonna let you go with just a couple more questions. I want to go back to what you were saying about with your conversation with Holland. You said that he said that you were nice to him in person and then you were fake to him online. What's your response to that? Do you say that you keep it?
I think I explained everything with Holland. That was my mistake at first. Yeah. I can agree that he came up like a nice guy. I just responded like a nice guy. I was already pissed from other things. I wasn't trying to create any other tension with any other guy, and I was focusing like that. My fight just got scratched, and I wasn't trying to to create any other tension. That's it. And I wasn't even sure that back then he pulled out. That's it. But I've never been fake. Never been fucking fake in my whole life. Like, I said it like there, like I was kind of nice, just normal. I just didn't. It's not. I was kind of nice when we talked for the first time in the lobby the day that my fight got scratched, and then I went and did that meme. Yeah, that's it. And then after I was, that's it.
Yeah. So going into talks of the future for you, is Fight Island something that you want to be going to?
Yeah, I mean, okay, if they're gonna do it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll let you get going, Marvin. I want you to just end with one little thing. Your fight with Karl Roberson. Seeing all the buildup, all the fans that have seen the buildup, they can only speculate as to who can be the winner. What can those fans expect when the octagon door finally shuts?
Like even an improved Marvin that will go out and just demolish the guy. Honestly, I don't think the guy will make it to the end. I will finish this guy.
Excited to see it, man. Marvin, thanks so much for joining, brother.
Let me say to the Italian fans here that I just connected a couple things in Italian.
Yep,
Ciao raga, grazie per il supporto. Era un'intervista in inglese, quindi devo parlare in inglese. Comunque, grazie ancora per il supporto e ci sentiamo presto. Poi farò delle dirette anche sul mio profilo direttamente. Un abbraccio, raga. All right, man.
Thanks so much, Marvin. Appreciate it.
Bye bye.